Hi guys, today we'll be talking about the geographer's tools as in a lesson 2 because the first lesson was the how geographers view the world. So in this lesson we'll be talking about the different tools of the geography that they need to study the world or earth. So we need to identify what tools geographer use. So I'll just be listing some tools like a barometer, like a maps, globes, and thermometers, scale, scale bar, and the compass. These are some examples of the tools that geographer mostly use in order to study the world and earth. So in the next step, you can see the learning outcomes. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the advantages of using multiple geographic representation like visuals, maps, globes, and you will be able to describe the properties of maps and globes. On the right side, you can see the academic vocabulary, spare, convert, and distort, which means that incorrect information, and these are the content vocabularies: hemisphere, key, scale bar, compass rose, map projection, scale, elevation, relief, thematic map technology, and remote sensing. So some of vocabulary words will be discussing in this lesson, and the rest of will be covering in upcoming lessons. So before studying, we need to know what are the components of the map, that how you can study map. You can see here are some components on the map which is helping to understand and how to interpret or read the map. This one as well as this one, these lines as well as them. So this are the part of the map which shows the key, which unlocks the answers that what each color is indicating. For example, that commercial and agriculture, that part. So these areas on the map that shows these in these countries, they have some agriculture or cultivatable land. Even you can see here, here. So we can say that African continent is based on the limited agriculture. Okay, so they don't have enough, the areas of agriculture. They have other resources. So this shows the keys of map which unlocks the information. Similarly, the rest of you can find out here. This is the scale bar which helps to measure the distance between countries. As you know that the distance on the map, we cannot show the actual distance as we experience or we have between two destinations. For example, the distance from Dubai to Abu Dhabi is approximately maybe 100 kilometers. So we cannot draw a line of the 100 kilometer, but we'll be comparing, this is scale bar, okay, that 100 kilometer will be 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters. So if you're going to measure 2 centimeter of the line here, that will be equal to 100 kilometers of the distance. Okay. So this is, that you should know that how you gonna unlock the answers. There's a compass rose that shows the directions of that in which directions these countries are. That shows the imaginary lines. This is a capitals, okay, and etc. etc. Okay. We'll go to the next step. You can see here that we have many lines on the globe. and each line has their own purpose and the worth to show the information on the earth. So we'll be not talking about all these lines, but in this map, will be talking about these 5 latitude lines. This is the one which is called Antarctic Circle, which is in the south direction. Another one is the Tropic Capricorn. You can see the latitude of these two lines. This is 23.5 south, 66.5 south. Similarly, we have these two lines towards the north with the same latitude, but latitude will be counted as another direction, which is the north, 23.5, 66.5. And as you know, that equator has a zero latitude for that. Now, these 5 lines we call the circles, 5 circles. You can call the parallel line, horizontal line, but in geography, we call them, these are the 5 circles. Okay. So you can see Tropic Cancer, Tropic Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Equator, and Antarctic. So how many circles we have? Do we have? We have a 5 circles on the globe. Okay. So this is, each line has, a different shows the different information, and we'll be talking about, that how the countries they are located on these latitudes, what will be the temperature of that. For example, the countries are located between Tropic Cancer and Tropic Capricorn are very hot, because sun is direct hitting on that, or sun is direct overhead of these countries. Okay. Here, as we mentioned that tools, so the first two tools you can find the map and globe. So the difference between, as a general difference, that map is a flat representation and the globe is the sphere representation. So on the map we can see all the information at once. However, on the globe we cannot see that information. We have to spin it to see the other. So this is the we can say we can see only the one side of the earth, and other side we have to move or spin it off. So there are the advantages and disadvantages of these things. Okay, and let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of these. So before going to the advantages and disadvantages, I'm going to assign you the reading that you have to read about, the globes and map that give you the clear information about uh, the difference between globes and map. So the most accurate way to show places, okay. So the globes are the accurate, okay, but maps can distort the information. They can be edited, or they can be showing their uh, incorrect information. So globes are mostly accurate because globes like Earth are sphere. That is, they are shaped like a ball. As a result, globe represent the correct shape of land and the bodies of the water. They show the distance and direction between place more correctly than flat images. So that flat images, like the map is one of the flat representation. Okay. You can see the further information, and you can read the this paragraph as well, as it will give you the more information about that. However, the maps you can see are not round like a globe. Instead of map flat representation of that, they might be sketched on a piece of paper, printed in a book, or displayed on a computer screen. Wherever they appear, maps are always flat. Maps converts or change around space into flat space. As a result, map distort physical reality. So means it can show incorrectly. So it can be editable. It can be edited that wrong, can maybe wrong. So the maps are not accurate, okay, in overall general as compared to the globes, okay. So despite this distortion problems, map have several advantages over globes. Globes have to show the whole planet. Map though can show only a part of it, such as one country and one city or one mountain. So if you want to go and project on it, that one particular country, you can create a country's map. So that's why each country and city they have individual maps, but globe we cannot create for each and every city. As a result, they can provide more detail than globes. So the information we can get the more through the maps, okay, but either it's a correct or incorrect. So if you're gonna compare it, the map is showing, some incorrect information. Think how large globe would have to show the street of city. So globe doesn't show the streets, okay. Only the maps can show the streets, okay. You could certainly never carry such a globe, okay. So globes are hard to carry. This is a disadvantage of the globe. However, advantage of the map is that they can they are portable, they easy portable, they can, okay. So this is, these are some advantages and disadvantages of the maps as well as, so what will be the chief disadvantage of the map? That they distort the information, and they shows, some incorrect information which I mentioned that can be easily edited, okay. So here's the task for you, that write some advantages and the disadvantages of the map and globes. So you can write some advantages and disadvantages of the map, and here you can write the advantages and disadvantages of the globes. Okay. So you have to complete this task, okay, and then we'll go forward to the next step, which will be progress check. What are the chief disadvantages of the map? As I have mentioned, okay, that the maps can distort information as a set of imaginary lines divides the Earth into hemisphere. So what line divides Earth into eastern and western hemisphere? As you know that this line, which is vertical, is called prime meridian, which divides Earth into the eastern and western hemisphere. So, guys, this was the lesson about the maps and globes, and what tools geographer use to study the geography. We'll be meeting in the next lesson with the new topic of this how geographer tools. Till then, bye. Have a nice day. And if you like this one, so please put your comment on it.